Ooh, I haven't skated into a video in ages. Hey YouTube, oh my god, it has been nearly a year since I did an update for Carter. Like back then, I had this idea that every week or every month or so, I was just gonna like tell you what's going on. But then we introduced monthly updates over on the Carter channel, and that was just so much more thorough that it just didn't make sense to post here. I have honestly been just heads down working that entire time, building incredible things for people to enjoy using. More specifically, building incredible conversational experiences for people to enjoy talking to. I grew up building talking computers, and what we're doing at Carter is literally my childhood dream. So this is really precious to me. I really love the work I do here, but it evolves and it changes, and I think it's worth talking about that. The first update I made was in like a dark, dingy room, and I was talking about how we're making this incredible API for people to use. They could put AI conversational experiences into their own games and apps, and it was like my childhood dream. An API, I don't have to do any of the ML myself, I can just link it to my game or link it to my app, and that was exciting and a lot of fun to build. But through that journey, we learned a lot. We managed to see that a lot of people were getting distracted from building their projects and giving them to others, and they were just talking to the characters for hours inside of our web app. The idea was that developers could go in there and they could configure the character, set it all up, and then plug that character into their project and run it on a Raspberry Pi or an app or a game that they were making, and then give that character to other people to talk to. This was awesome. I loved it. We called it the Carter controller. But the problem with it is that developers would go in there and they would just spend hours talking to these characters in really in-depth ways. And they would actually get distracted from the project they were making just to talk to the characters that they had made with Carter. This was a clear difference in behavior to what we were expecting. And so we started to think about how could we build perhaps a better product for people. If the conversation is this good and this entertaining, then why don't we just go all in on entertainment? And that kind of brings us to a month ago. We were running an API for thousands of people who were really enjoying the conversation, but their actual interaction with the characters just wasn't as high quality as we knew it could be. We knew people wanted to talk to characters. We knew people wanted persistent conversation history and emotions and an incredible memory system and context awareness and all of these things. And we were giving those things to people, but through an API. So only technical people could actually use it. It just didn't seem like the API was the best thing long-term to harness the power of this tech. There was clearly something that needed to be built. And so the 6 of us at Carter got together and started brainstorming something we called Project X. And this was before Twitter renamed to X. It was gonna be this amazing place online where you could meet, create, and spend time with virtual people. It was a single place we could focus our engineering and product design efforts to build this amazing place. It eventually ended up being called carter.chat, and it has become this place where the entire team at Carter is just focused on this all of the time. We are building amazing conversation, amazing memory. We're building games that you can play with these characters, and what's more, the character creation process is so much easier now. When we first launched, there was this like form that popped up when you wanted to create a character, and it was like name, gender, age, backstory, all of that stuff. And after about a week, we just decided that this is just so difficult for most people to navigate through. We'd probably get a lot better characters if we just let an AI generator do it. And so now you can create a character with one box. We just sort of bolted it together and got it out there in the hope it wouldn't break, and it's led to really high quality characters popping up on the platform already. And then we started looking at images, and we noticed that most people who want to create AI characters, they actually don't have high-res images of the characters they want to create. So they end up either illegally copying them or just downloading just anything. And so we thought this is another problem that we can solve. And so we introduced AI image generation, which is something we've been playing with the idea for ages. We just decided to just add it. Let's just add it and see what happens. And so far, so good. Like, the images look incredible, and some of the characters are so enticing now because we introduced these easy to use tools. So yeah, that's carter.chat. If you want to go and make characters and help us make an incredible place on the internet where you can create, meet, and spend time with virtual people, then carter.chat is the place you should probably go to next. There's a link down in the description. Dan, thank you for editing this video. Big up Dan from Carter, our video editor. Yeah, there you go, carter.chat. That's my update. Don't know when I'm gonna make another one. Right, that's that done. Time to go home.